Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, today I'm so excited. Well, first of all, today is going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be doing day 4 of the Success Tribe Expert Series on ease and abundance. So, because we're doing that, I wanted to hop on here live again with one of our speakers, Sarah Khan, who is amazing, so that we can talk about what is your hour worth? What is an hour of your time worth? Because if we're talking about ease and abundance, we have to get into time, right? We have to get into how do we create ease and abundance? Because when we're going, that doesn't feel like ease or abundance, right?
No.
So quickly, I'm Ilika Follette, and I am a business strategist and revenue generator. So I help companies stand out in the industry, be the in-demand person, so that you can make more revenue, and then I help you close those deals. So that's what I do, and I'm super excited about it, and I love what I do. And so, Sarah, quickly introduce yourself too, and then let's get into this time thing because this is a thing.
Absolutely. So I am Sarah Kahn. I'm a business growth strategist. I help women entrepreneurs in service-focused businesses create ease by defining clear, actionable strategies for growth that honor both you as a business owner and as a leader, focusing on what you want and why.
Yes. So, Sarah, oh my goodness. The first thing when I first met Sarah, I just got to say this. So she spoke on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday in the Success Drive Expert Series. Now I met her way before that, but on Tuesday she spoke, and literally it was like mic drop. Some of the things that you were going with, and if y'all missed Tuesday's expert series, definitely go ahead. You can still text day 2. I think text day 2 to whatever number is on there. Just go to you know what, go to the last couple of videos and you see it from Tuesday, right? But you and also go to Success Tribe expertseries.com, and you can hop on there and register and get more information. But Sarah dropped some major gems around time, the 4 P's of essentially how to really create the foundation for your business. But I want you to just give us a couple of tips on like getting that, like, how to really use that time, because I know
Mhm.
you mentioned that you work, what was it, 10 to 2:30 PM
10 to
every
2:30 every day. Yeah. Well,
mhm,
Monday to Friday. Yeah.
Monday yep, exactly. Oh gosh, yeah, definitely Monday to Friday. Now, who else I would like comment in the chat. Comment 1 if you would like to be doing a 10 to 2:30 schedule, right? Or something in that realm, in your day so that you could I mean, that's what, 5.5 hours a day, 4.5 hours a day,
Yep.
right? Now, there are not many business owners, successful business owners that have stepped into or leaned into working 4.5 hours a day.
Mhm.
So please give us some insight on like how you've done that or what, what that
Absolutely.
came from.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that kind of came together, right? The intersection of a bunch of things. My brain is one of those things that I love Venn diagrams. I love the way, things intersect with each other. And what I found was coming from a career where you were basically patted on the back for working 14-hour days and sleeping with your BlackBerry under your pillow and hustling was the name of the game. When I
Mhm.
became an entrepreneur, I found that I was doing that in my business. I was chained to my desk for 14 hours, did not have lunch in the kitchen, which was like 10 feet away. I had it at my desk, and I was creating a job for myself. My kids were suffering, and like the whole reason I left corporate was to be able to have time for my family, to prioritize them, which is something that I didn't get a chance to do in the corporate world.
Mhm.
But time was always a big factor. Like I always felt like I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to do all of these things. And so I was working before they went to school. I was working after they went to bed, and it just got unsustainable. And so time is something that I talk about in my 4 P's. It actually falls under the third P, which is
Mhm.
power. How do you make your time one of your superpowers?
Right.
And when you are able to very clearly identify, like, these are the priorities that I have to have and that I need to focus on. Because what do we do
Mhm.
when we start talking about business and how we're going to build it and how we're going to make it easy? We talk about strategy, we talk about operations, we talk about marketing and content.
Mhm.
Super important. But there's a layer underneath that we don't talk about. And it's like, well, what kind of content and what kind of strategy? And
Mhm.
that's really rooted in, the 4 P's, your principles, your purpose, your promise to yourself, and your power. And so time when you are clear on all the other things, time gets so much easier. So when I wake up in the morning, I know exactly what I need to do today
Mhm.
based on the stage of growth my business is at and nothing else. And so I get it done in a couple of hours every day. And if I have time left over, I can work more, I can do other things, or I can knock off to the bookstore and take my kids shopping like I did yesterday.
Exactly. Oh, take them to the pool once it's nice outside. We do an
Yeah.
indoor pool. Yeah,
Well, we got
take
like 10
them.
feet of snow outside, so it's not going to work.
That's not happening there. But that's the thing, right? Because when we're looking at it, what's an hour of your time worth, right? And if we're sitting here, anyone who's working these 14-hour days, and they're like, oh, I'm working 14-hour days. And it's like, okay, so at this point, if you're working 14-hour days and you're making, let's say, $200,000 an hour or $200,000, I wish an hour, $200,000 a year. But at 14 hours a day, you're essentially in that minimum range level at that point, right?
Yeah.
Right? Minimum wage level. You've cut your hour in terms of how much you make per hour in half, or like to a percentage, very minimal.
Yeah, and
Right?
if you're a service provider who says like my hourly rate is $80 or 150
Mhm.
or $250, but you're working 15 hours a day, it's
Mhm.
really not.
Right.
And so how do we streamline that? How do we actually honor that $250 an hour expertise that you have by making sure that's how much you're actually making? I work 4.5 hours, 5 hours a day, and I've consistently made six figures in my business for the last 5 years.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Now, what I would love to hear from you is, what tool could folks use? Because I know you have something. You told me about it before, and I was like, everybody needs this, right?
Right.
Tell us, what tool can you be using, or can folks use to really decide, I'm going to do 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
So here's what these 4.5 hours need to be used for.
Awesome. So I have devised what I call my business time optimizer, and it's a calculator. It's super easy. The only thing you need to do is look at your week and say, I've got 10 hours this week to focus on my business. You're
Mhm.
going to pop that 10 hours into the calculator, and it's going to then tell you, okay, here are the 5 key things you need to do this week. Every business, every level. And it's going to tell you how much time to spend on that. So you're not going to get lost spending 3 hours this week creating content, not knowing what to do with it. You're not going to get stuck in, if you're a service provider, only doing service delivery and then forgetting all about your own business, right?
Mhm.
So you
Exactly.
pop in your 10 hours, 15 hours, whatever you've got, and it'll tell you this much time you spend here, this much time you spend here. So over the course of the week, these are my priorities. And if that's all you do, your business is still going to grow. So it doesn't matter if you got 5 hours this week or 50 hours, you're still
Mhm.
going to grow your business. And that's what's important.
Exactly, exactly. Hey, Tab. I saw Tab had reached out, but yeah, it's like it's so important. It's like, what are you gonna do with this time, right? And look I saw your baby in the background. We get to have our babies here. So cute, so cute. I love it. I love it because that's why we decided to start these businesses.
Absolutely.
And we're spending 14 hours a day working. No, let's decide by creating that foundation, knowing what you're going to do each day. And you've got 4.5 hours. Here's how much time is on marketing. Here's how much time's on this. Here's how much time's on that.
Mhm.
And now you get to actually use that time efficiently
Yeah.
and
And
effectively for your business. So you're making those six figures,
yes,
right?
absolutely. So the calculator is it's kind of an app. It's basically a form that I've created. It's a calculator. You pop in your hours. It'll disseminate this much time on content, this much time on growth, this
Mhm.
much time on excuse me, service delivery. And it comes with a PDF and a video that's going to explain exactly, what you should be focusing on in each of those 5 areas. So it's
Mhm.
literally like a little mini MBA, like in 15 minutes. And it's also
Mhm.
going to tell you, like, if it doesn't matter how much time you have this week,
Yeah.
this is the amount of time you got to spend in the 5 key functions. And you're going
Mhm.
to continue to grow, and you're going to continue to see that success, and your time spent in your business is going to go down, which
Yeah.
creates ease and abundance for everybody.
Exactly. Because there's so many sitting in busy, right? And we get to let go of that busy that
Yeah,
when we're leaning into that ease and abundance, right? That's when we lean into that ease, that's when the abundance gets to come even further.
absolutely. Yeah.
So, can you what's the link again for or can you type the link in the comments here? Because I want to make
Yeah.
sure that folks are getting that. Um, yeah, because the link I mean, it's super key. First of all, I think this time optimizer, that's what is just what, like $27?
It's $27 and you get access to it if I ever update it or anything like that. I think it's gone to the
Mm,
private chat because it's not letting me connect
yeah,
to the comments. But
I'll put
yeah,
it in there.
it's you're gonna get that. You're gonna get access to my training video, and you're gonna get a PDF that goes into a lot of detail about, what sort of tasks should I be doing in those 5 functions. So if you got to spend 6 hours this week doing service delivery. And it's great because as a service provider too, like if you're working as an OBM or a VA or a content creator, social media person, and you're like, I don't know how many hours to quote this client, this helps because you can look at your available time each month or each week and say, this is how much time I can legitimately give to a client
Mhm.
without sacrificing my own business growth. And I
I
know
love
for a lot of service providers, that's a really big struggle.
Yes, exactly. So here's the thing, y'all. I wanted to ensure that we brought Sarah back up here because Sarah, I mean, this time optimizer is a game changer, y'all. And if y'all watched what her talk on Tuesday, then you know like what she is sharing here, it's literally all about leaning into ease and abundance. And that's what we're talking about in the Success Tribe Expert Series this week. So if you haven't registered already for the Success Tribe Expert Series, I don't know what you're waiting for, to be honest, because there are some amazing gems being dropped. So I'm going to put the link here again. But you just go to www. I can't even say words. Success. I'm trying to write it and say it at the same time. Um, but go to www.successtribeexpertseries.com. And oh my gosh, and the things that, I mean, it's game changing. It's a true shift in what you're doing in your business. And we're talking all about leaning into ease and abundance this week. Today is day 4. It starts at 12 p.m. So an hour from now. So if you haven't registered, I put the link in the chat. I think I might have spelled success wrong. So right. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. Confident I spelled that wrong, right? So anyways, 100% wrong. So I'm gonna type it in again. But yeah, if you have not registered already, go ahead and register so that you are notified when we go live, because we have speakers every day, each day throughout this week. Remember, today is day 4, tomorrow is day 5. That's the last day, and you can still watch. If you're like, oh, I can't make it at 12, register so you can get the replay. All
Yeah.
right, because we send a recap, we send a replay, and the
And the
thing.
replay is great because you can pause it and take notes, which is what I've been doing all week.
Exactly, right? Like what you're getting is, I mean, it's just value. It's literally value. So I wanted to ensure that we share that today. All right. So we will see y'all. We're gonna let you go. But Sarah, can you drop one last thing on, our topic today on what your hours were? Just one quick gem for folks. So be sure to get that that optimizer, that time optimizer, because
Yeah.
seriously.
Well, just remembering that you get to honor how much time you have, and that's what this calculator supports, right? We don't have to live in hustle. So look at your calendar on a Sunday or a Monday and decide ahead of time what your priorities need to be.
Exactly. All right. We will talk to you all soon. Thank you for joining. We will see y'all in 1 hour at the Success Tribe Expert Series on ease and abundance. Let's lean into it, y'all. We got it. All right.
Bye.
Talk to y'all soon. Take care.